Hi guys, welcome to our channel where it delights us to serve you what you like, just the way you like it, with spice and vibes. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe so that you can enjoy more of our contents. Thank you.
Linda GB na gwera. Linda GB na gwera.
Welcome guys, it's another edition of our social media comments. So we are going to dive right into it, but before that, if you are new to us, please kindly subscribe, like and share our videos. Thank you very much. How do you teach a woman to treat you better? That's the first thing here. The first person says, you don't treat a woman to do her job. If she's not doing it to you, she's doing it with someone else.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Peace. Okay, so how does that bring peace? Because it has a lot. That's really pregnant. If she's not doing it with you, she's doing it with someone else. And this is actually a comment from a woman. So what do I know? A woman said that. The second person here says, I treat her just the way I want her to treat me. That's all. And if she fails to say it, I will sit her down and talk it to her. And if she still fails, then I will discard her. When it comes to relationship, based on my personal experience, I think what works for you does not work for another person. So there is no one rule works for all situation in any relationship. There's no way you can give one particular advice and feel like it works for every relationship. For example, what this guy is saying here now, he says, I treat her just the way I want her to treat me. Really? What if you treat her well and she chooses not to treat you well? It's possible. There are relationships like that you do everything, virtually everything. Let me tell you the reality. You avoid fights. You just reason within yourself that what am I going to do? What else am I going to do? And you practically do everything, right. But your partner chooses not to reciprocate. It's possible. There are situations like that. So that's why I said it's not like one rule works for everybody. It doesn't work like that. So this is just this person's ideology. I'm very sure another funny thing about those who give advice online are people who are either not in any relationship or are not married. The funny thing is, when you find married people, they hardly advise. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. Married people hardly advise because they know what they are facing and they understand the truth or the fact that what works for them might not work for you, and they understand that each marriage has its own peculiarity or each relationship has its own peculiarity. But people who jump on giving advice on social media are people who don't really have that kind of experience, but they believe they have read one book or the other, or they think they have an idea of how things should work. And that's just the truth about it. We all know how things should work, but the reality is things don't work how we expect them to work, and that is why we have all the challenges. So I'm still dwelling on this guy because he has like 3 things that he says that I have reactions to. He says, and if she fails to see it, I will sit her down and talk it to her. Then again, there are some people who will not even give you room to have that conversation. There are people who will actually they know what they are doing. Their partners, they know what they are doing. And because they know, when you sit them down, you are going to make them serious, or both of you are going to, like boxer or him in a corner. So what they try to do is they avoid that communication. They avoid that kind of conversation because all they just want to do is, guy, I just want to fight.
I want to fight now.
Or guy, I just want to make this problem, because it just happens. The funny thing is, in reality, does not make sense all the time. When you begin to say something that's like, okay, this thing is logical, yeah, it's smooth, more often than not, that's a lie. But reality is crazy. Reality is unpredictable. So there are situations, and like I said, I'm not just imagining, I'm saying these are situations that I've seen. That leads to the last thing that the guy says, I will discard her. Well, it's not just about discarding, because when it comes to relationship, there has to be, a way out in one way or the other. But then okay, maybe I will eventually give my own opinion about all these things, but let's move on. Another comment reads, you don't teach anyone to treat you better. If he didn't they, he didn't they.
If he didn't dare, he didn't dare.
And I think that's right, because some people, and that links up with what I've been saying before now, some people are just not that kind of person. Some guys, some girls are not just that kind of person that you can fix things with them. Ordinarily, there are people that are, you can correct them. There are people that you can reason together with, and there are people that they are just difficult. They are just toxic. So that's it. So I think this, if he didn't they, he didn't they, and that's right. Okay. This person says communication is key. If she is treating you right, but not as much as you expect her to, let her know perhaps that's her own way of showing love.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
I'll read again because I don't understand that. Communication is key. Yes, I understand that. If she is treating you right, but not as much as you expect her to, let her know perhaps that's our own way of showing love. The last part still does not really make much sense to me, because how does one show love? By not, treating you well. I don't understand that. But the first part is what I think I agree with, saying that communication is key. Of course, in any relationship, in any partnership, even if it's business, any form of, relationship, communication is key. And it's very important, because when there is no communication, then it's very difficult for, both people to, really agree or be together. So that's just the truth. However, it is, because like I said, there are some people who don't want to communicate, but we are talking about if you want to, really have a good relationship, then communication is actually key. All right. So another one, let her know what you want and what you don't want. When she is acting up, ignore her, give her no attention, blah, 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 marrying counselors. Relationship experts. Things don't just work the way you say it. We say things, like I said the other time, we say things that are like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be, but you'll be shocked that no, it doesn't work just the same way. It's not, they said easier said than done. So at times we all know what to say. We all are good at, okay, this is the thing, this is how it should happen, but it doesn't just happen like that. This next comment is very funny, because I believe that most women, most ladies would agree with this. Give her money.
40,000 naira. I'm rich.
Of course. Of course, I can't agree more, and I can't disagree with it at all. Okay. All right. Someone else says, are we supposed to teach an adult how to treat a fellow human being? That's just it. We are not even supposed to teach anybody how to treat a fellow human being better, generally. But it's just sad. It's just sad that some people don't just know how to treat the other person right. So guys, on this note, we are going to be wrapping up today's comment session. I guess, you enjoyed yourself just like I did. It's just very funny reading some of those comments and reacting to them. And it's been exciting for me. So next time that we're going to be meeting, I want to thank you for, subscribing, for sharing this video, and turning on your notification button so that you can get more interesting video from us. Thank you.